Hi, good morning. My name is Shivram Kumar and my friends call me Kumar. I am now 67 years old and it's almost 11 years since I have retired from active service. I was involved with IT software development during my career, and now I live in Jayanagar 8th block. Now, when I turned 55, from that time I started realizing that I had problems with my teeth. And one of the reasons for that, which I realized much later in life, was I never maintained my teeth properly. When you know how it is, parents always tell you, brush your teeth, and you want to run away and start playing games with your friends. This is what I was doing. I never bothered to take care of my teeth. And finally, by the age of 55, I realized there was something seriously wrong. And most of my teeth, either the lower one or the upper one, started becoming loose. And I started going to the nearest dentist that was available to where I was living. And this treatment was going on for about 1 year. But I was not getting anywhere, really not satisfied. Started having pains, started losing teeth one by one. And then my daughter told me that she had a friend who was working with another dental organization. Her name was, I think it was Jigna, I'm not very sure. So she said, why don't you try them? It's called as Lalitha Dental Care. And they were just across the street from where I was living. So I said, let me try that out. And I started visiting Lalitha Dental from late 2010 onwards. And this was the time when I started becoming a real grandfather in my mouth. Started losing one by one. And my grandchildren, they used to tease me. They said, Tata, your mouth is empty. So I said, what can I do? And once I started getting treatment from Dr. Smita and Dr. Nagaraj, and their team, of course, I started slowly gaining confidence that I can get back my teeth. Artificial ones, of course. I wish we could tweak the DNA to have the teeth regrown, but we are not yet reached that technological stage yet, at least in medicine. So then I took suggestions. I started having meetings. And one of the most important things I found out was the empathy shown by the team at Lalitha. And they really understood my problems, and they started explaining to me in very, very great detail what options do I have. Obviously, there were only two options. One was going for dentures, and the other one was go for implant. And I wanted to understand the cost implications of, obviously. So I said, how much would it cost if I have to have implants all over? So this was somewhere in 2011. And I was told that approximately 3.5 lakhs is the total amount I'm looking for, but it may be extended over a period of 2 years' time or 3 years' time, depending on how fast I recover from each of the treatment. So then I decided to go for the implant of the lower teeth. There were about this portion, about 5 or 6 of them had to be implanted. I said, let me try it out as an experiment and see how comfortable I get. So this was done in 2011. But before this, I must thank Dr. Smita for one very important event in my life. And this was because I've been smoking for 40 years. And she told me very clearly that if you continue to smoke, then I will not treat you. You may as well go and look for another dentist. And I mean, this is something which my wife just cannot believe, because she has been trying to get me off cigarettes ever since we got married 40 years ago. But after I had this conversation with Dr. Smita, I came out of the dentist. dispensary. I smoked my last cigarette and I said, this is the last one. And believe you me, I have not touched a cigarette since then. It's now 7 years and I've been quite healthy, thank you, to that particular piece of advice. So I went through the implant procedure for my lower teeth, and then I said to Dr. Smita that let me just live with this for a while and take a call. She said, fine, absolutely fine. So every time I used to have a discomfort with any of the teeth, I go back to the dentist. They would remove one tooth. Basically, all of them started shaking. During this time, which was in 2012, I had a niece who had come from the US, and she was also in the same profession of dentist. So I asked her, I said her name was Renu, and she lives in Malaysia in Bangalore. So I asked her, Renu, what do you say? Should I go for implants for the upper teeth or dentures? And she looked at me, she said, why, Kumar Mama, why do you want to spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees? You can give it to your daughters. Go for dentures. It is very easy. But I could not take that decision. So I waited from 2012 until 2017. And I said to myself, I studied, I took all the options, I went into the Google and found out the plus and the minus of dentures versus implants. The most important was the person who was going to do the job and the cost. Now regarding the cost, obviously we can't do much, but one thing I was assured that the team at Lalitha Dental were very, very sympathetic to me. And I started becoming more and more comfortable. And in fact, I would not hesitate to say that I was a part of the family. So we became extremely friendly, very comfortable with each other. And finally, around 2017, I said, let me take the call for doing the implant. And this was the time during June of 2017. Yes, it is an expensive process, but everyone from my granddaughters to all my friends to every member in my family, they are all simply amazed at the transformation that I had from lost teeth at toothless mouth to something which is absolutely remarkable. I mean, they all of them are very impressed. Obviously, I can't see my teeth except in the mirror, but most of my friends and family members, they have all come and told me, Kumar, what the docs have done for you is truly, truly wonderful job. Now I just have to see in the future with this implant, with regular maintenance coming to the dental clinic once in 3 months, perhaps once in 6 months, I will probably be able to maintain the same level of dental functioning until perhaps another 10 years. Maybe I'll be pretty happy with that. So my experience is this, that please go for implant rather than dentures, because it's almost next to the natural teeth and extremely comfortable. Most important is the relationship between me and the doctors here at Lalitha Dental Clinic. It's more of a family gathering than patient and doctor treatment. So I would very strongly recommend, if you can afford to have implants, this is the right place to come for you. Thank you.